Hey guys, welcome back to RC Legends, and once again, thank you for clicking on today's video. It is extremely appreciated. So, a strange video this. Yeah, basically, this hobby room is a real mess. Once I got it initially done, I had space for everything, but now I've kind of run out of space. Cabinets and stuff, and not so much storage, but I've just got things all over. I've got cars on the floor. I'm going to bring a camera over in a second and show you what's going on. Now, behind me, over there, I don't know if you can see it, where the Porsche kits are, there was always a gap because above that, with all the posters on, that's the actual house switchboard for the electrics, all the breakers. So obviously I need to access to get into that. So I covered that with posters. I was really happy with that, but I always knew I needed something underneath there. So I just put that Porsche display there for now. But all those kits are going to get built. So I finally figured out and bought a glass cabinet. It's not a cabinet, it's shelving. I don't know what you call it, glass shelves, or whatever it's called. Finally found one which there's all the sizes would just cock on what I got from Amazon. So yeah, this is about tidying this room up, but more importantly, the whole idea of what this video is about is getting all my vintage motor collection on this new display, all my vintage batteries, and also all my radio gear displayed in one place, lit up, and that's its home down there. So there might not sound a lot of work, but it actually is a ton of work. It's also going to allow me to... also in this video, we're going to say goodbye to 2 cars in my collection, which are on the way to Keith at RC Icons. Couldn't be going to a better home. I was going to say I'm a little bit gutted to let them go. I've done a trade with Keith, but I'm actually not. It's allowing me to follow my TRF Dream collection, hence why Keith's getting these cars off me. I know this is for the other channel, but I'm getting some more TRF stuff off him, so I can build another TRF car. Just again, anyway, that's for the different channel. So yeah, all the motors are going to come out, which is going to allow me to put 2 more cars in the end of the cabinets where the motors are. 2 cars coming out, which allow me to put 2 straight in. I have got 3 more IKEA cabinets here to build with lighting. I've got all the extra shelf brackets, and Keith's actually got me 12 acrylic shelves cut out, and he's sending me those. So I'm not going to start that project until the shelves arrive. All this stuff, this display stuff, I'm 100% bang into. I love it. It's a big part of the hobby for me. I know lots of you out there don't get it, but this is what floats my boat. A Tamiya display, well, an RC display I should say. So, but there's a lot of work goes into this, so I'll do this video as quick as I can. I've got an amazing radio set that's been sent to me, sort of vintage, which I'll show you. It's one I was after for a while, and it's mint. So what we'll do now is, first of all, I'll just bring a camera over and I'll show you roughly what's going to go on. Yeah, let's do that. Right, so it probably doesn't look too bad on camera, I'm guessing, but I'm really not happy with this. I've got RC junk everywhere. So, let's see if I can do that. There, those 2 end cabinet top ones, that's all my brush motors, which are coming out. So, that is the circuit breaker thing, so that can't be touched. And underneath, all these Porsche kits, they're coming out, and that's where the new display is going to go. As you can see, I've got all these cars on the floor. So there's 2 cars coming out, so I can get rid of 2 cars going in, which is awesome. But obviously once the motors come out, that leaves me enough space for 2 more cars. So anyway, I've no idea how we're going to do this. We'll just do this step by step in this video. Down there in that corner, where is it? All that like junk, there's tons of radio gear and batteries and stuff. It just all needs sorting out properly. I might even look to see if I can get rid of some stuff off of these shelves. So yeah, it's just to have a really good tidy up. But yeah, the new display is going to go in that area, which I think is going to look off the chart. So yeah, less dribble, let's get on with it. Right, so this is the first part of the process. So we've obviously got this cabinet that we've got to build. We've got some LED strips. We've got another 2 acrylic 3-tier shelves, and they're the Zippo lighter stands, which we use for the motors. So we've got a shed load of those. So yeah, first part of this process is build this cabinet, and it's not a cabinet, but shelving, whatever it's called. And let's see if we get some white gloss paint on it. So yeah, fingers crossed. Right, that's that built. It took me a while to find this, just for the size of it, but I think it's absolutely cock on. Just put my hand there so you can see sort of how wide it is. Yeah, really cool how long it is. So obviously there's glass there, so there's three long sheets of glass. It's going to be cool. Anyway, yeah, this needs to be painted white now, so I'll come back when that's done. Right, 24 hours later, 2 coats of paint later, that's done. It's come up alright, to be honest. I didn't like the gold, couldn't get it in white, so I had to buy some paint for it. Anyway, let's just finish it off now. I've just got to put pads on it and then put the glass on. Right, so that's that finished. I don't know if you can even see the glass, but yeah, you get the idea. Right, top shelf's a little bit wider than the next 2, and obviously we're going to get lit up as well. But yeah, that is now going to head over there. So let's get cracking with the next stage. Right, a little bit out of breath, but yeah, absolute perfect in size. It was worth hanging on so I could find something. So yeah, that's the plan. Now, this in between the new cabinet, or shelving, and the cabinets, that space there is for the Porsche cabinet that's going in. So there'll be a 4th one going in here, which is, I'll have to move my photos and my clock and everything, but not to worry, that was always a short-term fix. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. So yeah, that's the motors that have got to come out, and batteries, which will be going on the top. I've got some new shelving, as you've alluded to. There's some lighting down there. There's all this radio gear, more radio gear, more radio gear. Yeah, kind of crazy, but yes, I'm just trying to think as I'm holding the camera what's next. Let's just put this down. So that's, you're seeing it how I see it when I'm building, and obviously that's going to be lit. So underneath, I think the next stage is to do the lighting. So I've got 4 LED strips. 2 are going to go under the circuit board, shining down on the motors. Don't know if there's going to be enough light. It's not going to be really bright, but it's not supposed to be. When I turn the big lights out, it darkens down just with the cabinet lights, and that's the way I like it. And then there'll be one underneath the first shelf and one underneath the second shelf. May have to get another set, so I have 2 either side. I don't know, let's just suck it and see. And also these lights, it's got standard LED, but it's got different settings. It's got some different colour, and it's got red and blue, like Tamiya logo colours, which is awesome. So that might look kind of cool. Anyway, I digress. We need to bang on. So yeah, I'm going to concentrate on the lighting next, I think. Right, latest bit of work. So the wiring is an issue. As you can see it hanging down on the left hand side. I'm probably, well, I'll see if I can hide that when I put stuff on there, but if I can't, I'll have to revisit it. The top 2 are just not long enough, so I might have to extend them. But anyway, this is only a cheap set of LEDs, but it did come with a remote. I've turned the big lights out, just to give you an idea. The remote's not the best. So that's it with all that. So that's red, blue and white LEDs, which is nasty. It gives you a second option to get rid of the white, which is just blue and red, which is kind of cool. I think that might look cool when everything's on there, but obviously to start with, that's what we're going with. So I'm really liking it. It looks like there's enough light, but obviously once I put stuff on there, it's going to get a lot darker. Yeah, and it does dim down. I'll just keep my finger on that. There you see it dimming down. That's its very lowest setting, which kind of looks almost off. And then there's no way to get it right back to its brightest without going through this. Come on. think that's, yeah, that's its brightest. So yeah, hate that one. Don't mind that one. Yeah, this remote, these are cheap, but they'll definitely do the job. Right, so next stage is probably give you a better idea. The camera's not really picking these up. That's a bit better when it's zoomed in, I suppose. Anyway, bring that back. So yeah, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to concentrate on the getting the motors out and transferring them across. But I've got a 3-tier acrylic shelf to build first. Right, that's a little 3-piece tier acrylic shelving I bought off eBay. It's exactly the same ones I use on my motors first time round. If you just type in acrylic shelves on eBay, you'll find them. They're from China, but I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deliveries from these guys, and they're really, really good. So this is quite a short one I bought, and this is for the motor boxes, which is going to go in the middle, and then the 2 banks of motors either side on the bigger shelves or the longer shelves. That's the plan anyway. Right, I'm going to start decanting out of the cabinet and start putting the motors on the new shelves. So let's see what that looks like. Right, that's the motors in position. I've got motors left over. There's not as much space as I thought. I think I've got 4 or 5 motors left, and I know I've probably got another 3 or 4 hidden away somewhere. But yeah, I'm happy with that, especially the boxes on their own. That's how I wanted them, so it didn't look so cramped. So this is basically the Tamiya section. Now I know the Mark Reinhard World's Edition is not Tamiya, but he was racing for Tamiya at the time. That's why it's in there. And I've also got the Demon and the Parma Cyclone modified down there. But yeah, I love that. Love the boxes. They look a bit better now. And then the second bank of motors, which is top shelf's all Chaos Show, and there's a few other Chaos Shows spread out there. As I say, I have got more. Now, this was my first opportunity to light it up, as it were. That looks kind of cool from that angle. Yeah, I'm liking this. So just bear with me, I'll sit down. Let me just put this back on the tripod for you. Oh my goodness. So you just get an idea of it lit up. So, not a massive fan of that, but it is growing on me, I've got to admit, especially when the other 2 shelves are full. I'm a bit of a fan of that. That looks kind of cool. And then of course we've got the white, and that's cool. Initial indications, I kind of need something on that back wall. I think, I don't know, that's just a gut feeling right now, but when we got it finished we'll have a look at that. But yeah, I know when I zoom in the quality really does go away, so I apologise. But that looks kind of cool. Yeah, I like them all actually, I've got to admit. Which one is it? This one, I hated it initially, but kind of like it. That one I knew I would like. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of relaxing. But anyway, so let me zoom out. Right, next up I will we'll make the next acrylic shelving up for the batteries, and we'll put that in the middle down the right hand side. It was going to go in the middle, but it's going to not be seen because of that bar, so I'll put it towards one side. So I'll get that done next. Right, so that's the next one built up, which as you can see is sort of the 3rd in length again. This is the size that I've used on the 2 motor banks, and this is for the batteries. So let's get that in position. Right, I'm back again. It's funny, it was the motors I was really looking forward to seeing together, but I have to say, those batteries look off the chart. I am so happy with that. I know it's geeky collecting batteries, but there's some really nice batteries there. 6.2, 7.2 home, 8.4 racing pack, EX, and then the racing packs, and the original Tamiya racing pack, and of course the boxes as well. Oh, that is so cool. It's just nice to have them all together. Oh, I'm a big fan of that. I mean, don't get me wrong, motors off the chart too, but to have that one section just devoted to those batteries is awesome. Right, moving on to radio gear next. I wanted to show you this and give a massive shout out, and well, not a shout out, a thank you to Glyn Wilson who sent me this Technisport 2.4G. I actually did a video on the radio sets I have, and I said, sorry for the noise, there was 3 sets of radio that I was after, and that would be it. And he contacted me and he said he had this that I could have, shipped it to me for free. Look at that. And receiver as well. So cool. I love this transmitter. It's just how it looks. I don't know. It needs dusting. I'll have to dust it off. But yeah, I was just, yeah, Glenn, if you're watching, just a massive thank you. Sorry it took so long to actually thank you on video. Right, let's dig out all the other transmitters and see if we can get them in that little display unit. Right, my friends, I've finished it off for now because I could go forever, because this is just something it's just going to get constantly tweaked. But yeah, so obviously what you haven't seen is the 3 stick transmitters, all vintage. Obviously the spare 5 motors I had I've just put down there for now. You've obviously seen the batteries, and then I've got my vintage stick transmitters there, which look awesome. And I've just filled it up with some new Impact Tamiya stuff just for now, because I don't want this video to last forever. But yeah, you get the gist of it. So mega happy with that. I'll show you it lit next. But yeah, that's turned out better than I'd hoped, if I'm honest. Let me just, I know this is not great viewing, but well, you're as nerdy as me if you're still watching this right now. Oh, it's a bit of an exercise, a bit of a workout this today. Right, I'll pick the camera up again, but let me just turn the lights on, because I think this looks absolutely superb. That's kind of my favourite now, and that's the one I didn't like at the beginning, which is so strange. Then we've got the Tamiya one. It still looks kind of cool. And then, come on. And then the white one. Yeah, so I just go a little bit closer. Because oops, I'm getting caught on wires. The camera obviously doesn't always pick it up. Right, let me go. I think here's a good place to go. So if we go to that one. I don't know about you, but I think that looks bloody cool. I like that one as well. It's camera wise, it doesn't look great on the screen I'm looking at, but in real life it looks a lot clearer. And then obviously we've got the white. Oh, I'm over the moon. I really am. I kind of think I'm going to go with that one for now. Right, next, now obviously we've got those 2 spaces free. Now we've got 2 cars to come out and send to Keith and put another 2 cars in. So we've got to take 2 cars out and 4 cars are going in. So I need to figure out what's going where. So, thought I would give them a fond farewell on the channel. It's been an absolute pleasure owning you two. Yeah, so these are going to wing their way to the US to my good friend Keith over at, well, you know, don't you? RC Icons. Yeah, sad to see him go, but finishing my TRF collection is way more important, to be honest. So, and they're going to a great home. So if you don't know, this is the MRC Santana Turbo, I think. Yeah, it's not the Pro. Very rare car, very cool car, and it's just total time capsule. I've not touched it. Yeah, lovely looking thing. And then the Super Baja, which is an Optima clone. Well, it's not an Optima clone. It's got a lot of Optima there, but it's got a lot of its own bits, and it's just a very, very cool looking car. Again, some of you be scratching your head and can't believe I'm moving these on, but again, it's collection goals, and on the other channel at some point you'll see what freeing these 2 cars up allows me to bring in, which is massive. And that's all down to Keith, because for this transaction, it's Keith who's got me the other TRF bits that I need. So it's massive. So Keith, if you're watching, a massive thank you, my friend, and I'll get these packed up to you. So yeah, we've got 4 positions in the cabinet, so let's get them filled. Right then. That is so strange to me, because those 2 cabinets, top shelves, have been for motors for so long. So yeah, to see it now with just cars in there is pretty ridiculous. So obviously we've got the Tamiya Blitzer Beetle, looks mighty fine, and we've got the gorgeous Nico Dandy Dash. Yeah, and I've still got room for the Dual Rider, which is cool, wedged in behind the TRF 801. So yeah, that's M2. Where the Santana was, we've now got the Playtron Doberman, all cleaned up. That looks very cool. And right at the other end, where the Super Baja was, we've now got the Team Associated RC10. Yeah, that's cool. Seems really odd, actually, now when I look at that, because now it's all cars, and that's how I wanted it to be. That's why I wanted the motors out of the way. So yeah, that's now finished, and we need new cabinets in. So as I say, we've got one going here, those artwork will come down, and then another cabinet in there, and that's going to be for the Porsches. And then I need to tidy up this, and we'll have another 2 at this end. And what we got, so we've got 3 cars we can go straight in: Hornet, Ultima, and the oh my god, sorry, I'm having a brain fart. What's it called? Masami Genova. Genova what? What's it called? GeForce Genova. Oh my god. So that'll be going in the new cabinets, and obviously by the time I get them built, I'll have new cars as well to go in. I've also actually could put the Turbo Ultima in there, because I'm thinking of getting rid of this cabinet or shelving. I could put wheels and tyres on the King Cab and Monster Race and get them in as well, and the Thundershot, and then just pull them out as and when I'm going to do them. And then that just leaves me with the on-road cars. So that's the 3 F1 cars. Middle one needs finishing, the other 2 are finished. And there's obviously 2 touring cash chassis, TRF 416 and the Hobeo H4E Pro, which have now got wheels and tyres on, and so has a TRF 414 M2. Finally bought some tyres for it for display, which I think looks kind of cool. So yes, that was a good day. No idea how long this video has been. Apologies if it's been a long one, but I hope you can appreciate it. There's a fair bit of work that goes into this. I'll just sit this down, because I'm not going to do an outro with me on camera. I can't be bothered, but see if I can get all this in camera, which unfortunately I can't. But yeah, you get the gist of it, don't you? Let's go for a little bit more mood lighting. Come on, work, damn you. Looks horrible on the screen I'm looking at that you're seeing. The colours are just off. It does not look like that in real life. Anyway, we'll settle for that. Just before I end this video, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else to do. Obviously I'll be tweaking what I've just done. And when I come to do a video with the 3 other cabinets and get all that lighting done, you'll no doubt see changes, because I've got boxes of stuff that I need to go through and find homes for it. But yeah, that's kind of cool. That's very cool. So my friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. It's massively appreciated. Give you a thumbs up, much appreciated. And as always, happy RCing.